Buying a perfume without smelling it first can feel risky. And I get it, no one wants to spend $300 on a bottle of perfume only for it to arrive and be a total letdown. But on the other hand, I know that not everyone has access to be able to go smell every single bottle of perfume that catches their interest in person. So today I'm sharing some perfumes that are basically love at first smell. These perfumes are very crowd pleasing. I've hardly met anyone who didn't like them, and I hope that they are helpful to you. Hi, my name is EJ and I've been collecting perfumes for over 10 years now, and I have over 600 bottles of perfume. You can think of me as your fragrance bestie because I'm here to help you find fragrances that you're going to love. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about some of my favorite blind buy safe perfumes. So whether you're looking for a new perfume for yourself or you're trying to find a gift for a loved one and you want to buy a fragrance that is relatively safe to blind buy, this video is for you. So in this video, I'll be covering a few fragrance categories that I think people are familiar with. I'm going to be covering vanillas, roses, and citruses, as well as fresh scents, because I believe most people at some point or the other in their lives know what vanilla smells like. They've probably smelled a rose, they have smelled some sort of citrus, and they know what like the ocean or water smells like. And I feel like having those points of reference can really help you figure out what certain perfumes smell like. So that's why I'm focusing on those fragrance families. I'm also going to be sharing some tips that I use when I'm shopping or when I'm blind buying fragrances that I think will be useful to you as well if you're blind buying. So without further ado, let's jump into the fragrances I think are blind buy safe. So the first fragrance I have here is BDK Impia. If you've been watching my videos, you know this is probably like the fourth video I've made about it, but it smells so good. This smells like vanilla and rose, but there's something interesting and intoxicating about it, and I think it's the addition of oud that prevents it from smelling like every regular vanilla and rose perfume out there. But don't be scared of the oud, because the oud just keeps it interesting. You can't actually smell the oud. It just smells like a really special, sophisticated vanilla and rose. As far as strength, I would say this is moderate to strong. You can definitely smell someone when they're wearing this. And as far as longevity, I would say it lasts pretty much all day long. I've never felt the need to reapply this. So longevity is amazing. Projection is moderate to strong. As far as versatility, I believe this is a day to night appropriate perfume, but I think it will be extra perfect for date nights because it smells really romantic. I would say this is a crowd pleaser, especially for someone who likes rose perfumes. It's unique but still wearable, so even if someone has other rose perfumes in their collection, they're still going to enjoy this because BDK brings something different to the table with this perfume. As far as like the vibe or personality of this perfume, I would say it's more easygoing luxury. Impia is a citrusy, woody, sweet rose and oud that has notes of bergamot, pear, vanilla, rose, mandarin, akigala wood, and sandalwood. The next fragrance that I think is blind buy safe is Creed Eladaria. This literally smells like rose water and lemon. I feel like if you have a good idea of what rose water and lemon smells like, then you have a pretty good idea of what this perfume smells like. To me, it's floral, fresh, and slightly sweet. As far as projection and longevity, I would say this has moderate to strong projection. It smells expensive, but it's not too loud. And again, this has lasted all day on me. I don't usually find Creed perfumes to have any issues with performance. As far as versatility, I would say that you can wear this year-round, day to night. It is definitely a signature scent type of perfume. Would I consider this a crowd pleaser? I think this would be a crowd pleaser for the type of people who like fresh scents but also like floral scents. It's in that perfect in between of fresh and floral. As far as the vibe and personality, I'll say that this is effortlessly chic. So think of those people who just look really put together but they don't look like they tried too hard. That's what this fragrance is giving. Creed Eladaria is a musky powdery rose with notes of pink pepper, mandarin, bergamot, rose, peony, lily of the valley, vanilla, cashmere, and musk. So next fragrance I have here is Lama from House of Bo, and I believe Lama literally means the sea, and that's what this perfume smells like. It's oceanic, it's salty, it's fresh, but it's still luxurious. It smells like the perfect vacation. As far as strength and projection, I would say this leans moderate to light. It is not a beast mode perfume by any means. It's a fragrance that wears close to the skin and is one of those my skin but better type of perfumes. As far as versatility, I think this works best for warmer weather. So think spring, summer, or warmer climate. So if you live somewhere like Miami or Houston or just anywhere where it's always hot, this would be a great perfume for you because it's just perfect for that kind of hot weather. Is this a crowd pleaser? I would say yes, for the people who like fresh aquatic scents, and also for people who like light scents, because there's nothing heavy about this at all. As far as the vibe and personality, I would say chill, relaxed, lounging by the pool or swimming in the ocean. So anyone who's like more of a laid back type of person, I think would really enjoy this perfume. House of B Lama is a marine white floral, and it has notes of gardenia, seawater, coconut, almond milk, tuberose, and ginger. The next blind buy safe perfume I have here is a vanilla perfume. This is Escapade Gand by Mison Treasure, and it's a straight up vanilla creme brulee type of scent. So this literally smells like a bakery. I would say the strength is moderate to strong. It's really an intense scent. There's nothing subtle about it whatsoever. And it's an extrait, so of course that makes sense. As far as projection, I would say the projection is pretty decent. It's definitely a perfume that you can smell when someone walks past you and they're wearing it. As far as versatility, I would say day to night. I would also say that this is a perfect perfume for layering with other perfumes. I always feel like vanilla is such a great scent for layering, and this is one of my favorite vanillas for layering because on its own, it might be a little bit too sweet if you're not like a sweet tooth, but layered with other perfumes, I think it smells amazing. So is this a crowd pleaser? I would say yes, for people who love their sweet, saccharine, toothache inducing type of perfume. If you like super sweet scents, I think you're going to love this. And then the vibe and personality, I would say this honestly smells like a bakery in the best possible way. So if you want to smell ultra gourmand and edible, then this is the perfume for you. Escapade Gand is a sweet vanilla, and it has notes of sugarcane, vanilla, tonka bean, benzoin, and musk. So the next perfume I have here is Vani Planifolia from Guerlain, and while this is another vanilla perfume, it smells like straight up vanilla extract. So it doesn't overly smell like food, but it does smell like vanilla. And just look how rich the color in this bottle is. That's how rich the perfume smells. I would say the strength is moderate to strong. It's definitely also an extrait, so the concentration is up there. As far as versatility, I would say you can wear this day to night, but I think it's more of a nighttime perfume in my opinion, but you can also wear it during the day. Is this a crowd pleaser? I would say yes for people who like sweet scents, and yes for people who like vanilla as well. As far as the vibe and personality, I would say it's warm and inviting, like a cozy sweater, and it's one of those perfumes that make people smell huggable. It smells amazing. Guerlain Vani Planifolia is a sweet, powdery, warm, spicy, amber and vanilla, and it has notes of vanilla, spices, amber and musk. Okay, so moving on to a fresh scent, because I feel like I've been talking about sweet scents for the entirety of this video. This is Chloe Citrus Intense from their Atelier des Fleurs lines. This smells fresh, green and citrusy. I would say the strength is moderate. It's definitely the kind of perfume that I can wear to work and not feel like the whole floor can smell me. I would say this is a daytime scent. I typically tend to reach for more gourmand perfumes for nighttime and fresher scents during the day, and so this is a daytime walk time perfume for me. I would say it's a crowd pleaser if you like fresh scents. I remember wearing this to work one day, getting in an Uber, and the Uber driver telling me I smelled really nice. So just one of those perfumes that most people seem to like, and is like a compliment magnet as well. Okay, so let's talk about the vibe of this perfume. So one thing I like to do in the spring and summer, especially early in the morning before it gets super hot, is to go on a walk in Memorial Park or like any other parks around Houston, and just that feeling of like fresh air, morning dew, walking around a wooded path. It just smells fresh and clean and like spring or early summer. And that's what this fragrance smells like. It just smells like walking in a park and just feeling the breeze and the trees around you and just feeling fresh. So that's what this perfume reminds me of. Citrus Intense is a woody, aromatic, green, citrusy perfume with notes of bergamot, green notes, leather, sandalwood, vetiver, cedar, and amber. So the next fragrance I have here is from Mison Treasure. This is called Treasure, and it's a sweet vanilla and white florals. This has moderate projection. Mison Treasure does a really great job of making fragrances that are not too loud but also last really long, and this is just that. Projection is moderate, longevity is fantastic. As far as versatility, I would say this is another day to night year-round perfume. To me, it works for spring, summer, fall, winter, work, home, date, whatever you want to do, because it's just really unique and not too loud, and it works for a variety of circumstances. Is it a crowd pleaser? I would say yes. I feel like almost all of the Mison Treasure perfumes are crowd pleasers. Albert Morilas does a really great job of perfumes that are unique but wearable and last really long, and I just think this is fantastically done. The vibe here is sophisticated, elevated. It smells like the lobby of a really fancy hotel. So every time I go to a really nice hotel, I feel like the lobby always smells so good, and I've actually asked a few of the front desk people like, what's the fragrance situation here, and they legit have like a plug-in that they put in the lobby to make it smell like that. And if you pay attention, every really nice hotel has that same really nice lobby smell going on, and that's what this smells like. It smells like the lobby of a really nice hotel. Mison Treasure is a white floral powdery vanilla, and it has notes of orange blossom, sea notes, amber, jasmine, bourbon vanilla, and Australian sandalwood. The next perfume I have here is from Rosa. This is Elixir Essence, and when I tell you that I am obsessed with this perfume, it has so many notes. I don't even know if I can begin to get into the notes of it, but let me tell you what it smells like to me. This smells like a sparkling, fruity floral, but there's something soft underneath all of that, and it just smells comforting but pretty. So think of juicy peach, creamy flowers, and a hint of powdery sweetness. It smells like the most glamorous version of you on a perfect day. As far as strength, I would say this is medium. It's right in the middle. It's moderate. It's not too strong, but people can still smell it, but it's not overpowering. It's just classy. It's not doing too much, but you can still notice it. And it also has the most beautiful sillage. Like when you walk past people, they can definitely tell that you're wearing something pretty. As far as versatility, this is the type of perfume that you can wear anywhere from brunch to the spa to work to church. Like wherever you're going, this works because it's just soft but still unique. And yeah, I would say this is a crowd pleaser. I've never met anyone that did not like this perfume. And it just has so many notes. It literally has like 20 different notes, so you can't even pick out any one single thing that it smells like. It just smells really well blended, and it just smells really good. So I would say the vibe of this perfume is easygoing, luxury, but make it romantic. This is for the girl that likes to romanticize her life, the type of girl that wears pretty floating dresses and makes floral arrangements in her spare time. That's what this fragrance is giving. Rosa Elixir Essence is a powdery, fruity, sweet rose with notes of bergamot, raspberry, rose, peach, heliotrope, violet. This has 20 something. This has a million notes in it, so I'll go ahead and put the notes on the screen, but it just smells delicious. And then finally, you have Yin Transformation from the Harmonist. This was the fragrance that made me fall in love with the Harmonist. It is such a fantastically done perfume. So this literally just smells like water. Oh, did I mention the name? It's Yin Transformation. So let me tell you a little story about this perfume. Remember when I said I like to go on walks in parks in Houston? So I was on a walk one morning, probably last year or the year before, I don't remember. And anyway, this lady just tapped me on the shoulder. She was like, I've been following you for the past 10 minutes and I wanted to let you know that you smell really good. And the funny thing was that I couldn't even smell this fragrance on myself anymore because I go nose blind to it, but like someone could still smell it on me, and it lasts really long and it smells so good. I love the fact that it's fresh without smelling like laundry detergents, because I find that when it comes to fresh scents, apart from citrusy scents, once we start getting into the aldehydic type of perfumes, I lose interest because I don't want to smell like soap. And this is one of the few fresh scents that I really enjoy, that just smells fresh and clean and almost like water, without veering into the laundry detergent territory. As far as strength, I would say it's moderate to strong, and as far as longevity, I would say that it's also pretty long lasting. I would say it's very versatile. This is also one of the perfumes that I like to wear to work because of that whole fresh scent it has going on, but you could honestly wear it anywhere. I think it's a perfect daytime scent, so you can wear it anytime during the day. And as far as vibe and personality, I would say it's just really soft and calm. And yeah, that's the vibe of it, soft and calm. Yin Transformation is a powdery musky floral rose. This has notes of orchid, Bulgarian rose, mandarin orange, almond milk, white musk, iris, and benzoin. So those are some of my favorites like blind buy safe perfumes. But if you're just looking for tips to help you safely blind buy perfumes, one thing I would say is go to Fragrantica and just look up whatever perfume you're interested in, and when you scroll all the way to the bottom, you will see perfumes that are similar to this perfume, and that can give you an idea of perfumes that smell similar to something that you already like. If you notice that you have maybe 5 perfumes and they are all rose scents, then that gives you an idea that you like rose perfumes, right? And then you can, go in search of other rose perfumes that other people like on Fragrantica. Something else I recommend when you're blind buying perfumes is go check them out on Fragrantica, and if you're not sure, don't blind buy anything that has under 3.8 stars, because I feel like at that point it starts getting tricky and you might not like it because most people don't love it. So those are just some of my tips and tricks for blind buying perfumes. Let me know if you've blind bought any fragrances lately. Let me know what perfumes are on your wish list, and check out this video because I think you might like it. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.